Hello, dear viewers. You're watching National Cuisine on Kazakh TV. Today we will explore Ukrainian cuisine and cook a Ukrainian national dish. Our guest today is Kirill Surov. Ukrainian cuisine is based on three vital ingredients: pork, salted foods, and bread. We bake a wide variety of pies with fish and vegetables and meat pies with all kinds of stuffing. We also bake bread of every shape and size. Hello, Kirill. What's on our menu today? Today we'll make a Ukrainian dish. What is it called? It is called halushki with mushrooms and cabbage. The first step is preparing the dough. What kind of dough are we using? The dough must be thick, just like the dough we make for pelmeni or vareniki. While I'm kneading the dough, you can prepare water in which we will boil our halushki. Ukrainian halushki are the laziest version of vareniki. Yes, they're really easy to make. In Ukraine, halushki are not considered to be a separate dish. Is it more like a snack? Yes, something like a snack that is served in addition to the main dishes. My grandmother used to cook Ukrainian dishes very often. She used to tell me that Ukrainian cuisine is very interesting and delicious. Everyone in Kazakhstan is familiar with Ukrainian borscht, shi and rasolnik. It wasn't always customary to add beets to borscht. Beets became an important ingredient only in the early 19th century. So, the original borscht was white instead of red? Exactly. Was it similar to shi? You could say so, yes. And tomatoes, that are now an important ingredient in shi, hadn't been used until the late 19th century. Igor, you should add some salt to the water. Potatoes weren't always used in many dishes either. Dumplings were used instead to make the dish more substantial. There used to be a lot of soups with dumplings. Shall I start slicing the vegetables while you're kneading the dough? Yes. Cut the mushrooms first. How should I slice them? What's the preferred shape? Cut them into thin strips. There, the dough is ready. It seems to me that the evolution of Ukrainian cuisine was influenced by Ukraine's geographical neighbors, as well as the country's climate and landscape. Blessed with magnificent forests, steppes and plains, Ukraine boasts a very large variety of agricultural products. As for the neighbors' influence, Ukrainian cuisine was influenced by German and Austro-Hungarian cuisines. For example, Ukrainian ground meat dishes came from German cuisine. The water has boiled, it's time to add the halushki. Halushki can be different shapes and sizes, depending on the cook's preferences. What do you believe to be the most important ingredient in Ukrainian cuisine? I think it's pork. There is even a monument in Ukraine. A monument to pork? Yes, a monument to a pig. During the Mongol Tatar yoke, the invaders took away everything, chickens and cows, but they never touched the pigs because they didn't eat pork. Pork sustained Ukrainian people and helped them to survive. And now we can put the halushki in the boiling water. So pork is an important product in Ukrainian cuisine. Yes, we have a very large variety of pork dishes. No other nation can compare with Ukraine in this department. Do we need more mushrooms? Yes, you can take 2 or 3 more mushrooms. That's enough. Ukrainian cuisine is very diverse. In the past, they didn't use to fry the meat. They used to bake or stew it instead. They used a closed oven for cooking, something like the Russian oven. In the old Ukrainian recipes, there are no dishes that are cooked over an open fire. But under the influence of the neighboring countries, Ukrainian cuisine started to change.
Практически не встретишь старых украинских рецептов, где было бы обжаренное мясо там на огне.
For example, Ukraine's German neighbors cook food over an open fire. The same thing is practiced in the Caucasus, which is also nearby. The cuisines of these countries have influenced the way Ukrainian dishes are prepared. We have melted the butter, and now we can add some onions. Is it important to use butter for frying? It used to be customary to use animal fats, either duck fat or pig fat. Butter is more common now. Speaking of Ukrainian festive dishes, one must mention baked whole sturgeon and a wide variety of flour products. A large and beautiful karavai is placed at the center of the table.
Очень-очень красивый, мог состоять из разных видов хлебов, то есть, допустим, одна часть могла быть ржаной, другой пшеничной и тому подобное.
The onion is turning a nice gold color. It's time to add the mushrooms and some pepper. The reason Ukrainian cuisine is so focused on pork is because people didn't used to eat beef. And what was the reason for that? They were engaged in agriculture, and the cattle was used as tractors in the cultivation of land. The animals were always engaged in hard labor, and as a result, their meat became too tough to be used in cooking.
Породы коров были рабочие, то есть животное постоянно занималось каким-то трудом. Мясо было жесткое, по сравнению со свининой.
What can you tell us about Ukrainian desserts? Our desserts are vatrushkas, different kinds of pies, and the sweet version of halushki. With raspberry and fruit jams? Yes, exactly. We also make different vareniki with berry stuffing. Are they desserts as well? Yes, there is another dessert. Milk is boiled with honey over a long period of time. The resulting dish is served with halushki. I suggest we add more butter. In a few minutes, our dish will be ready. Our halushki are ready. Kirill, it's time to sample the dish. Let's taste them. Kirill, thank you so much for coming here today. Thank you for having me. Dear viewers, see you next time on Kazakh TV. Cook with us.
Готовьте вместе с нами.